Hello everyone, it's Glenda and Cody, and welcome to my channel, Creative Grandma. And if you're new to my channel, Cody is my grandson and he helps me with my channel. So if you're a regular subscriber and viewer, do you see anything different? Have you noticed? Do you really pay attention to the video? So if you know what's different, just put it in the comments section below the video. We're just curious if you notice the little things that are different when you're watching our videos. So this video is one yarn, 5 different ways, and I'm going to let Cody jump right in. He's going to tell you about the yarn we're showcasing today.
Yes, very excited to do another 1 yarn 5 ways. I've just been seeing so many comments. Everybody, 1 yarn 5 ways. I love the 1 yarn 5 ways series, and we've been doing a ton of bitty stripes, but we are shifting gears. There's actually another bitty stripe sitting in a pile right there, but we can't film the video because the yarn's been out of stock for a month and a half.
Yeah.
But today we are going to try something new. Baby Bee from Hobby Lobby. Sweet Delight prints in the color sprinkles. Beautiful rainbow.
Yeah, this really popped out to us when we went to Hobby Lobby. And sometimes you see these yarns and you look at them on your skein and you just cannot picture what they're going to look like worked up, because all stitch patterns are going to make this yarn look so differently. So we're excited to show you these samples. Now, before we show you the samples, I do have an update that I really want to shout out. Cody and I did a video today, another unboxing of our soap sack drive. So I want to tell everyone, I am so amazed that I am already at my goal. So I want everyone, if you have soap sacks that you're working on, to please send them directly to Sacks, and I'll put that information in the description box underneath the video. My goal was 2,500. We're just a few short, and I know that there's some coming in the mail. But I'll put all that information because I just do not have any more storage room. I received so much soap, so many soap sacks, that now I just want to finish my project, get them bagged up, and get them distributed. So I just want to thank everybody. I was so overwhelmed at how fast I met my goal. I really did not think I would meet it that quickly. I mean, it's only been like it wasn't even a couple weeks. And I just got so much outpouring and love from my subscribers and viewers. So please, if you want to continue sending soap, send it directly to Sacks. And the soap sacks, go ahead and send them directly to Sacks because I know they'll appreciate it.
I always print out my list of new channel members and super thanks, and I forgot. So shout out to the super thanks and the new channel members. We'll get you next time.
Yeah, we were doing a large unboxing. It took us a long time to do that video,
Sure
so
did.
we got kind of backed up a little bit today.
So one more time, this is Baby Bee from Hobby Lobby. We are not affiliated with Hobby Lobby, so if you like this yarn, you have to go to the store and get it. I think you can order it online as well. But make sure you get it on 30% off week, which we were lucky enough to get this on 30% off week. I thought that I would need more than one skein, but I got home and I didn't realize it was a 3-weight yarn, so it went a lot further than I thought. It is a 4-ounce skein, 115 grams, 377 yards, 345 meters. It's a blended yarn, 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide. It's a 3 lightweight, and it is machine wash and dryable.
Do you want to go ahead and give them the recommended hook size
Sure.
for this yarn with the millimeters as well?
Okay, so it's recommending a US 7 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now, I used a 5 millimeter crochet hook personally because I crochet very tight.
Yeah, your samples look excellent.
Yeah, but I don't really think you could use a much bigger hook than a 5 millimeter.
It looks like the perfect size.
Yeah, very thin yarn. So yeah, again, beautiful color. I just love this.
And how much was that yarn?
$5.99.
Yeah, $5.99, and we got it at 30% off. And that's a really huge savings, 30% off. And I would definitely wait until it goes on sale. And I do know you can order this yarn online from Hobby Lobby.
Anytime I buy yarn, I wait for a sale.
Yeah.
So let's get into the first sample, Grandma. I'm going to let you pick.
I'm going to pick this one because this is one of the stitches that you do all the time, and it is one of my favorite stitches. This first sample is the double crochet V-stitch. Yeah, so very light and lacy, and with spring and summer coming, I always say this is the perfect stitch for spring and summer. I just thought that was really pretty. I think this would be pretty as a baby blanket too. Now you have to remember, this is a very small sample. Go ahead and hold that up. If you were making a baby blanket in this particular stitch pattern, I think that you would see the colors have more than one color in the row, you know, if you make it wider. So I think it would be really pretty. So very happy with that stitch sample.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't thinking when I bought the yarn that it was baby yarn, and it was a 3-weight and a thin 3-weight in my opinion. So the samples were taking forever. So I've been trying to do different stitch patterns, but this was all about the speed because they took a long time. But
I think everybody feels that way. You know, when you're using the thinner yarns, it takes a lot longer. You have to do more stitches, but the yarn is very soft. It's very delicate. I think anyone who wanted to use this yarn for maybe a baby blanket, baby hat, baby sweater, or even a scarf, it's a soft yarn that you would be comfortable with it against your skin. I mean, that's how soft it is.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely recommend this yarn. So Cody, go ahead and show them that sample because I thought that was really pretty as well.
The OG granny square, and this granny square looks amazing.
Yeah, to me that looks tie-dyed. That gives me a hippie vibe because I'm from the 60s, flower girl kind of era, and I could just see how making the different squares, because as you work through the skein, when you fasten off, the next square is going to start with a different color. So it's going to have a completely different look. So if you could visualize a kaleidoscope of all these, and I think it would be beautiful with black. Doing a granny square, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe one round smaller, and then put black around it and just combine all those squares. I could see how that could be really gorgeous because that black yarn's really going to make that pop.
Yeah, if I had the time to make that blanket, I would. It would just look so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, every granny square would look different. This is a wonderful sample.
Yeah. Great idea for that with the granny square.
Let's go to the Cody Classic OG Crawler Stitch, Stitch of the Week number 147.
Now, remember, when you're watching this video, let us know which stitch pattern you thought looked the best with this yarn. I'm going to call this the Cody Stitch. We're going to change the name of the Crawler Stitch to Cody Stitch. This is one of his favorite stitch patterns. And again, when you're looking at this, this is kind of like a scarf size. So if you made a scarf this wide and you continue, you're going to get this effect with the yarn. But the wider you make it, then you're going to get more than one color in each row. So it would have a completely different look.
Yeah, that's exactly the size I was going for, was a scarf size.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I could see how that would be really pretty too. It's just hard because we just make small samples. But it would really be nice, you know, to see a finished project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I have a couple ideas in mind that we discussed. So we'll see what happens in the future.
Today, it's just a little taste. Hopefully give you a little inspiration here.
Yeah, and who couldn't be inspired with this yarn?
I know. Okay, so let's do this one next. This sample, it's not a pretty sample. The point of this sample is not to be pretty or look spectacular, but to show you what this yarn would look like in the wider sample, because most of these samples are odd sizes or small sizes. So this is about 32 inches across, and it's just the half double crochet.
The half double crochet, I think this is the most unused stitch. There's a lot of people who just ignore it. I think it's the perfect stitch because it's between the height of a single and a double. It's kind of midway, but this is what it's going to look like in that wider sample. So you have to kind of visualize it. What happened with this sample was he was near the end of the skein, and he didn't want to waste another full skein by making this larger. So that's kind of why this is so small. At least it gives you an idea of how those colors play out in about a 32-inch sample with the half double crochet. And again, as you build that pattern, you're going to have those colors repeating themselves up. And I still think it would be a pretty blanket. Or a scarf. We could do a skinny scarf. So, yeah, really nice sample.
Yeah, I really wanted to keep going on this, but I just couldn't bring myself to crack into that new skein of yarn for a few more rows.
I think we should save that for the project, I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Is this our last sample already?
This is our last sample already.
We're going to have to start doing 1 yarn 10 ways.
Now they'll expect it.
Can't be doing that. All right. So the last sample, another Cody classic. And that idea that you were just mentioning, she had a similar idea for this as well, and it would look amazing. This is the super easy ripple stitch.
Yeah, this is one of the easiest ripple stitches. If you've always wanted to learn how to do a ripple stitch, this is the best pattern. And I have tutorials for this pattern on my channel. Do you remember the number of this stitch of the week? You use it a lot.
No, I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, but all my Stitch of the Week patterns are free. You can go to creativegrandma.net and then hit the banner that says Stitch of the Week. I have over 200 stitch patterns. Just scroll down over the patterns. You can look at the photos of the stitch pattern, and then you can just click on the name of the stitch pattern, and the pattern's going to pop up. You can print it out. You can download it. You can do that to every one of them and make yourself your own little stitch library. But this is the easiest ripple stitch that I know of.
Double crochets. That's it.
And it's beautiful. It has a very lacy but warm look to it. And this is perfect for spring and summer. And if you live in a tropical climate, I could see this. If you have a beach house, anything beachy, just tropical, that's what this gives me, that vibe. But your granny square actually did give me the tie-dyed effect. I mean, yeah. I just have so many ideas with this yarn now, and that's why these videos get me excited. I know I'm strange, but when I see yarn, I get excited, and I try to pass that excitement on to you. I want you to look at this yarn, and I want you to start visualizing things that you can make. And that's what Cody did for me today when he brought these samples. I have like 3 ideas in my head already. And the other point we want to make is this is just one of the colors available. They have other beautiful colors, and you can view them online, or you can go to your local Hobby Lobby store. But I was really excited about seeing this. I'm very happy with the results.
So, the moment of truth. Grandma, which sample is your favorite?
Oh my goodness, I am so torn. I have 3 favorites. I have 3 out of the 5. And if I have to choose, I am going to choose the granny square, because I keep seeing this and I keep visualizing this with all different granny squares and the colors being all so different, but all the same colors, if you know what I mean. Like a kaleidoscope. I can just visualize this, and that just won't get out of my mind now. So you know I'm going to have to do something about that. But yeah, I'm going to say this was my favorite.
Yeah, I'm torn. You know, Cody can never pick just one sample, so it's a toss-up between the granny square and the super easy ripple stitch pattern.
Yeah, these were my 2 favorite as well. So we agree on this.
Yeah,
we usually have pretty much the same taste. But that is our video for today.
Should we give them a sneak peek? I was considering my next 1 yarn 5 ways.
Oh.
Should I tell them about it? So this is going to be an upcoming 1 yarn 5 ways and Grandma's favorite Red Heart Super Saver yarn, the Retro Stripe. So this will be a future 1 yarn 5 ways. Let me know. Do you want me to do this one? I really want to do this one.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was pretty.
it's just a little sneak peek.
Sneak peek. So thank you everybody for stopping by. Let us know in the comments section which one was your favorite. And did you really notice anything different in this video? So until next time, stay inspired and happy crocheting. Bye everyone.